Outdoor Living Concepts presents The Outdoor Gourmet, brought to you by Carlos King Interior Design and tennis coach Ronnie Arball.
Hi, I'm Chef Dave, and I'm here at PS Underground. We're a fun dinner event company where you never know what's gonna happen. And here at PS Underground, I've learned how to pull off a big dinner, maybe 100 people, no matter where you're at. And I'm gonna share some great recipes and tips so that you can enjoy your camping, your road trip, or even just a backyard barbecue with your friends.
Lunch is served.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Wow.
Yum.
It's all about doing things quickly, as you say, simply, so you can join the crowd in advance, yes.
That sausage, that's so good.
Now that's the sound we want to hear.
Cheers to Chef Dave.
Welcome to the Outdoor Gourmet. Today I'm going to make something I consider to be comfort food. It's delicious, I really like it, hopefully you will too. I'm making comfort food because today I think I'm going to need it. I don't know if you've ever had a fear or if you've ever had to face a fear. Today I'm going to do that, so let's go. So today we're going to make a steak sandwich. There's a lot of different components that go on to this sandwich. I'm going to start with some grilled New York steak that I'm going to rest in a butter bath. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want to take a bath in butter? And then I'm going to grill off steaks, caramelize some onions nice and slowly until they become nice and rich and golden brown. So first let's get started on the butter bath. I'm going to take some fresh herbs. I've got some sage. You don't have to chop this up. We're just going to rest them in here. And all the different flavors are going to infuse right into the butter. So I've got fresh thyme. Then I'm also going to put in some fresh rosemary. Then I'm going to put in some garlic, good amount of garlic. Now I've got some melted butter here. I'm going to just pour that in. Yeah, there we go. You can really smell the garlic, the herbs. They start to kind of warm up and release the flavor right into that butter. I'm going to set this on the grill, start it warming on just about a medium heat. And then as this warms up, the rest of the grill will get hot and then I can sear my steak. So to make these caramelized onions, I'm going to start with some sliced sweet onions. I sliced about 6 of them. I like the sweet onions because they're a little more mild and they caramelize down really nicely. It's going to taste great in the sandwich. Now you can just fill this pan up because when these cook down, they're really going to shrink down. Now I'm just going to put the burner on about medium and then take some of this really nice butter from the butter bath and just use a little bit of that to get the onions started. That's about all you need, a few tablespoons. Then we'll just leave these on medium, and as you start to hear them cook and sizzle just a little bit, then we'll just stir every so often and it starts to bring up the brown bits that form in the pan, and that's how you get your caramelized onions. Now to go with this sandwich, I don't know about you, I love a good French dip. But then you just have a little cup of au jus to dip it in. I thought, why not make a soup sort of along the lines of like a French onion, something like that, so you can dip your sandwich right into your soup and still get to enjoy a bowl of soup along with it. So to get the soup started, I'm going to take a few tablespoons, again, of my flavored butter. I'm going to use this in several different places. And that's about 1.5 pounds of butter that I melted down to make that butter bath for the steaks. And as that butter is heating up in the pan, I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of chopped garlic. Stir that around a little bit till it's cooked. If it starts to brown a little, that's great, but don't let it go any further because you don't want burnt garlic. That is just the worst. There we go. It's starting to sizzle a little bit and just starting to brown. So now I'm going to add about a cup or so of white wine. This will stop the garlic from browning. That's about a cup. And then just bring that to a simmer and we'll cook off the alcohol. And then from there, we'll add beef broth, and that'll be the base of our nice rich soup. There we go. That wine is really boiling now. You can kind of tell when the alcohol cooks off, the smell changes slightly. Now I'm going to go ahead and add beef broth. You can make your own. If you have a good store-bought brand, you can use that as well. I'm going to add about 2 quarts. We'll just turn that up, bring it to a simmer. And then along the way, you want to check your onions. Some of these are getting a little brown on the bottom, and that's just what you want. So give them a stir every so often to get some of the other onions from the top down to the bottom part, the hot part of the pan, and just keep moving them every so often. Now that I have the onions caramelizing, the base of the soup is just coming up to a simmer now, I'm gonna go ahead and start the steaks. Now I've got some New York steaks here. They look fantastic. They've been patted dry with a paper towel. And I'm gonna season them and then put them on the grill. Now I could use just salt and pepper, but I have my own seasoning. We call it SPOG. It's salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. It's great on everything. You can put it on fish, chicken, pork, beef, everything. Vegetables, it's great on vegetables. I'm gonna give it a good dose of that. You wanna season it up really good. Turn them over and give them another good dose. This is about equal parts onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, with about a half part of salt. You wanna go a little easier on the salt. So I've got my grill nice and hot, and I've got my butter bath sitting off to the side. So the butter is staying hot, but it's not sizzling or overcooking. So it just keeps it nice and warm. So I'm gonna slap these guys right on the grill and get them started. That's gonna make a great sandwich.
Nobody says outdoor entertaining better than Outdoor Living Concepts. Transform your backyard into the ultimate barbecue and entertainment experience. From professional barbecue equipment, outdoor kitchens, to custom-built fireplaces, fire tables, and fire pits. Outdoor Living Concepts, your exclusive dealer for Jacuzzi brand spas. From rustic to modern, we can customize your backyard into the ultimate in backyard fun. Visit our contractor wholesale design showroom open to the public in Palm Desert. Let Outdoor Living Concepts make your outdoors the great outdoors.
When you think of Palm Springs, you think of sunshine, palms, and beautiful backyard pools. Let Sunny Palm Pool Service take the worry out of maintaining the most important pool around, yours. Sunny Palm Pool Service offers concierge service for your pool or spa. Top quality and reliable maintenance and repairs. Sunny Palm Pool Service. We'll do the work. You do the relaxing. Call Rod at 760-333-4804.
Welcome to Desert Outreach Synagogue, the voice of the valley. A place called home to anyone who needs one. A place of incredible music, community, conversation, and connection.
Desert Outreach Synagogue is a place for everyone.
Come join us. You already belong.
These onions are really starting to caramelize down. And you can probably see it started with a heaping full pan, and now they're about half the size. So they really do cook down quite a bit. Now I've got brown bits starting to form all over in this pan as the onions brown. And what I like to do is just add a little drizzle of water. And what that's gonna do is loosen up all the brown bits that are gonna dissolve and get into the onions to add more flavor and color. And then you just let them keep going in the pan until the water evaporates. And then you do it one more time. Those look great. Just let them keep on cooking. And we'll let the soup keep simmering. And these steaks look like they're about done, I would say. Now I'm just gonna slide these steaks down into that butter bath with all that garlic, the fresh herbs. Make sure they're submerged. I'm gonna take it off the grill and just let them sit and rest. So the bread for our sandwich is a nice ciabatta bread. I'm gonna go ahead and slice it into quarters and then half horizontally. There we go. So this should be a nice comfort food. I think I'm gonna need it today. I figure if you're gonna face a fear, you might as well have someone who's an expert in their field to help you do that. So I did, actually, and I've been commissioned with supplying lunch, because that's what I do best. And to overcome this fear, I have a friend who's going to help me do that with what he does best. Now I'm going to take this ciabatta bread, and again, with this fantastic butter bath with all of the herbs and garlic, I'm going to use this butter again to brush onto the bread and then give it a quick turn across the griddle. So this butter is going to even take on the flavor of the steak along with all the other ingredients that are in there. The sage, the rosemary, the garlic. Then putting a bunch of grilled steak in there doesn't hurt it either. Now that I have the butter brushed onto all of these pieces of bread, I'm going to go ahead and place them on the grill for just 30 seconds to a minute, if that, butter side down, and that'll crisp up and toast our bread. So these onions, there we go. There's a lot of caramelization going on down in that pan. So I'm going to add water one more time. And while I'm doing that, I think I'm going to throw in a little bit of salt and pepper. You want to flavor every part of what's going into your sandwich. So the steak is flavored, the bread has been seasoned, the onions have been seasoned. There we go. And that water is going to help dissolve that caramelization and help distribute it through the onions. One extra thing you can do that tastes great with these onions is a small drizzle of balsamic vinegar. Helps with the color and enhances the flavor. Just gonna stir that in a little bit and then let the onions continue to do their thing. And I've still got my grill going on about medium, and I'm gonna go ahead and place the bread on there, butter side down. This won't take long at all. So you really wanna watch it carefully because it can burn very quickly. And as you can see, they're already starting to toast up just a little bit. They've only been on there about 15, 20 seconds. And when you're doing this on a grill, usually there's hot spots, so some of them may cook faster than others, so you have to watch that. And the nice thing about this sandwich is there's no dairy or mayonnaise or egg product, anything like that, so it travels really well. It works great for a picnic, backyard barbecue. You could take it on a road trip, or you could take it to go face something you're really nervous about. There we go, that's looking good. These onions have really caramelized down beautifully. Nice dark rich color. So I'm gonna separate the pan in about half. And here's where half of them are gonna part ways. So what I'm going to do is take this broth that has the wine, everything, has the wine, the garlic, and put these onions into it and let them cook into the broth, and that's really gonna make this soup taste great. And just give that a quick stir and let it keep simmering. I'm gonna take my onions off of the heat now. Now that I have the onions ready, the bread's toasted, it's time to take those steaks out of the butter bath and give them a slice and see how they turned out. So now I'm just gonna slice the steak here on an angle. Oh, that turned out beautifully. And I'm gonna slice it fairly thin. The nice thing about resting this in the butter is it doesn't have a chance to dry out. That's the most important thing about cooking meats like this. You have to let them rest so that the juices redistribute back through the meat as it cools down a little bit. Oh, look at that.
The Outdoor Gourmet thanks Carlos King and Carlos King Interiors for providing closed captioning for the hearing impaired.
Do you dream of flying? Palm Springs Flying School offers a variety of instructional classes and schedules to help you accomplish your dream of becoming a pilot. We offer rentals and a wide range of personalized training programs for student pilots through commercial multi-engine. Under the leadership of Brian Carr, Chief Instructor, all of our instructors are high-time airline pilots. Come fly with us. At Palm Springs Flying School, the sky's the limit.
Welcome to Gelato Granucci, the little shop with the big flavors. Gelato Granucci's brilliant flavor designers combine only the finest quality ingredients to make unique flavors fresh every day. Flavors like Amarena Sour Cherry, Tiramisu, and Joshua Tree Coffee. We have gelato cakes, gelato cannoli, pops, and pints to go. Located on North Palm Canyon in downtown Palm Springs. Gelato Granucci. Come experience the art of gelato.
Looking for a safe and fun outdoor adventure? Then let Palm Springs world-famous Red Jeep Tours transport you to a desert wonderland. Choose from a variety of exciting adventures. Journey through the bones of the earth on our signature San Andreas Fall Tour at our private and exclusive Metate Ranch. Explore narrow-walled slot canyons, a natural palm oasis, and learn about local Native American culture as you tour our recreated Cahuilla Indian Village. Hike through winding canyons and enjoy spectacular vistas on one of our Red Jeep hiking tours. Or join us for a naturalist guided walking tour to the spectacular Palm Springs Indian Canyons. Learn about local agriculture and geology on our Painted Canyon Jeep Tour. Or join us on a journey to the land of jumbo boulders and iconic Joshua trees at Joshua Tree National Park. Red Jeep Tours, offering experiences that engage, educate, and entertain since 1988.
Now comes the fun part, building the sandwiches. You start with very clean hands, and I'm going to take half of each slice of bread and start building. I'm going to lay the steak on each one. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. Talk about comfort food. This is gonna be so good. Oh. Now that my onions have cooled down a bit, I'm gonna pile those on top. And don't be shy, go ahead and just pile it all on there really good. I'm gonna put a little arugula on here. Love arugula, it has kind of a peppery taste, so it goes great with beef. And then little Munster cheese. Put some Munster cheese on here. It's nice and mild, very creamy, melts beautifully. And what this is gonna do is be the glue that kind of holds all of this together, and it doesn't taste so bad either. I'm gonna take the tops of the sandwiches off and then pop these in the oven for just a minute or two, just to get the cheese melted. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks wonderful. Just going to put the tops with them. They'll stick with that cheese. Oh, those are gonna be great. I'll just let those cool down a little bit. And now I'm gonna check my soup. The soup's been simmering down a little bit. I'm gonna splash it with a little brandy. A couple tablespoons. There, I added a little brandy, simmered it off for a few minutes. And all of those onions cooked down in there, they're nice and tender. Oh my gosh. This sandwich dipped in that soup is gonna be fantastic. So I wanted to make something sweet to have with our lunch. And I wanted something comforting again, because this is comfort food. So I was thinking, why not use a recipe that I haven't had since I was a little kid? And that's no-bake cookies. And these are chocolate peanut butter with toasted coconut. So, you know, that's gonna taste great. So what I did is pre-measured all my ingredients, and I'm gonna start with some softened butter, half a cup of milk, 1 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, you want it packed, and then 1 cup of white sugar, and 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now what I'm gonna do is just combine this and put it on the stove and heat it on a low heat till all the butters melt and the ingredients incorporate. And then while that's heating up, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna toast the coconut. It's very simple, but you really have to watch it. So toasting coconut's very simple. You could use sweetened, unsweetened. This one I'm using is just a nice unsweetened because there's enough sugar in the cookie recipe. You start with just a dry pan. Put it on about a medium heat, and then just put in the coconut and let it sit for a while and keep an eye on it. Just when you think nothing is gonna happen and the coconut's just sitting there, all of a sudden you see it start to turn brown, and then you keep stirring it and mixing it, and it gets brown more and more very fast. So it sits for a while, then it gets some momentum. There we go. There's a little bit of brown starting to form, so just keep it moving. Oh, I love that smell. Toasted coconut is the best smell. You do this in the kitchen and everybody walks by and says, "What are you cooking?" And it's like, now I'm just gonna take it off the heat and out of the pan so it doesn't continue to cook. And that's it. So now that all of these ingredients have incorporated, I brought it to a boil. And then you boil it for 1 minute. That's all it takes. There we go. It's been about a minute and the sugars have dissolved. You can tell when it doesn't feel gritty when you stir it. And everything is incorporated. And we bring it off the heat. So into this hot mixture, you add your peanut butter. This is 2/3 of a cup. And just stir it until it melts right in there. You can use creamy, you can use crunchy. I use the crunchy, then you get all those little bits of nuts in there along with the coconut so they have a nice chewy texture. And boy, does this smell good. Now that that peanut butter is all melted in, about 1.5 teaspoons, I'm gonna guesstimate, about like that. I go a little heavy on the vanilla because I like it. Stir that in. Ooh, yum. And then 3 cups of oatmeal and our toasted coconut. And then just mix it till it's all incorporated. And all of the oatmeal is coated with the chocolate mixture. And then from here, just scoop it out onto a cookie sheet and let them cool.
Hello, I'm Carlos King. My passion is designing fabulous homes. I work closely with my clients to achieve the look and feel that matches their vision. My greatest satisfaction is the wow factor, when my clients see our finished project. Let me translate your dreams into a visual reality. Call me at 760-880-9987.
Tennis anyone? Yes, tennis everyone. Coach Ronnie Arbaugh offers private and small group sessions for all ages and levels. Whether you're just getting started or looking to up your game, Coach Ronnie teaches the basics, teaches how to improve your game, and even teaches advanced match strategy. Coach Ronnie makes it fun.
Hi, I'm Coach Ronnie. Let me show you just how fun and exciting tennis can be. Call me, 760-880-3429.
Call Coach Ronnie today.
Hi, I'm Jan, the Gadget Gal here at Kitchen Kitchen, and I'm here with just a few of my favorite gadgets. The pineapple peeler core slicer makes life so easy when you're cutting your pineapple. And then our most popular item is our chopper. Throw all your ingredients inside and you have incredible food prep done in seconds. And then there's a batter-operated potato peeler, which just makes life so easy in the kitchen. So come into Kitchen Kitchen, check out all the aisles of all the bakeware, barware, cookware, everything you could possibly need to make your cooking experience enjoyable. Hope to see you here soon.
When you think of Palm Springs, you think of sunshine, palms, and beautiful backyard pools. Let Sunny Palm Pool Service take the worry out of maintaining the most important pool around, yours. Sunny Palm Pool Service offers concierge service for your pool or spa. Top quality and reliable maintenance and repairs. Sunny Palm Pool Service. We'll do the work. You do the relaxing. Call Rod at 760-333-4804.
So my friends at Red Jeep Tours are going to be showing up here to pick me up. And, well, that's not what I'm nervous about, but you'll see. So I'm going to preheat my thermos so that I can take my soup to where we're going for our lunch and keep it nice and hot. What I'm going to do is preheat it with some boiling water. And just to be careful, I'm going to put it into a measuring cup first and pour that into my thermos and let it sit for a little while. Close it nice and tight, and this will preheat your thermos. And that way, when I dump out the hot water and put in the soup, that soup's gonna be piping hot when we get to where we're going. All right, I think my ride is here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get everything put into the basket, and then it's off we go. Into the wild blue yonder. Hi there.
Hi, you must be Dave.
I am.
I'm Morgan.
Hi.
You ready for some adventure?
Yes.
Well,
definitely.
let's hop in.
All right.
out.
Hey Dave, ready to go flying? Yes, let's do it. Wow, so this is it, huh?
Yeah, you ready for your first lesson?
Sure, yeah, I think I am. I think it's time to do it. So tell me about the plane.
This is a 1974 Cessna 172.
Okay.
150 horsepower. We're gonna be going about 120 miles an hour today.
That's all? Well, since you're doing what you do best, I'll do what I do best. I went ahead and brought us a lunch. It's some grilled steak sandwiches with a little onion soup to dip those in. So.
Sounds awesome.
All right, well, why don't we eat first and then it's lesson time.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a little ciabatta bread that was grilled on the grill, melted a little cheese on there, strips of New York steak. And after the steak came off the grill, I kind of put them in a butter bath and rested them in butter with herbs and garlic.
Smells wonderful.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Thank you. So now how long does a lesson like this usually take? Like how long are we up? Or
the lesson is about typically a 2-hour block. Your first flights are going to be less than an hour.
Okay.
We brief what we're going to do, we go fly, then we debrief. I actually get quite a few people that want to get over their fear of flying to just fly commercially, so they come and take lessons.
Really? Have you had anybody really just freak out in them?
Not yet. Today might happen.
I guess we'll find out, huh?
That was wonderful.
All right,
the weather's great. Let's go flying.
All right, let's go.
Good power, oil pressure's good, airspeed is coming up. We're looking for 60 miles an hour. And now you can pull back on that yoke just a little bit. Pull back, yep. Just like that, you're flying. And now we're speed up to 75 miles an hour.
Airman 11903 November, Palm Springs Tower, roger. Airman 903 November, make left crosswind departure, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
This is amazing. I think I can see my house over here.